back. She is back with another video. You know, she's back with another video. She's feeling herself. She's looking all pretty for you guys. I'm back and I'm back to stay, guys. You know? So from the title of this video, I don't need to say. But let's get into it. Let's get into the tea. Golly. This story happened, incidents, let me be honest, happened in 2020, summer, during Corona time, okay? Me and my friend, one of my trans friends, we went to this African club, and it's my first time. I think I'll put a picture here. I was highly intoxicated, babe. Highly intoxicated. And what I can remember, I know when I'm intoxicated with alcohol, I always try to, still be on my guard. Guys are going to try to move to you and stuff. I always try to be on my guard with that. Don't make joke with that. Like, really, don't make joke with that. So, this guy, he was shorter than me, but he was cute. He was handsome, well-dressed, smelling good. And it was a club on, I'm not going to say the name of the club, but it was a club on Old Kent Road in South London. And my first time being to my first African club, actually. And he came up to me and he was like, so good night and stuff, and chatting to me and stuff. And I'm there flirting with him, talking with him, and we was well flirting, bantering, asking me if I'm single and stuff. And my friend was like, she was there talking to other guy and stuff, you know what I'm saying? And this guy, he was like, so what are you doing after? I was like, nothing, I'm just going home with my friend. She's come back to my yard and she's gonna sleep until she's ready to go home in the morning. And he's like, so, she can't sleep in the front room? I was like, what do you mean she can't sleep in the front room? I'm renting a fucking room, nigga. She had to sleep in my room. Sorry about that, guys. Sorry about that. But yeah, as I was saying, he was asking me, if my friend could sleep in the front room and stuff. And that time, I was still renting rooms. So I was not renting my own apartment out there. And I was like, no, my friend have to stay with me. But I was just bantering with him. I was just, having conversation. He didn't know nothing, right? So he was like, what are you drinking? What are your friends drinking? And he bought drinks for me and my friend. And it was like, the drinks were coming. And even though, this is what I don't, listen, there are some African guys out here, they are, honey, these African guys, honey, these Naja guys, so basically, he was like, he was all up in his, he was persistent of coming home to me after. And I was like, you only talking to me for an hour now. It's like, why do you want to come to my yard after and stuff? He's like, I want to get to know you and stuff. I was like, okay, you could take follow me, or I take my number or something. So he was like, he bought drinks. And as I was saying before, other guys were still showing me sweet eye and stuff. Because it was my first time in that environment. My first time going to an African club. Honey, a first time going to an African club. And this happening. And it was that experience, him not knowing and buying drinks. I don't care what you guys say, but that feeling, I felt so like a woman. And y'all might not understand what I'm feeling. You might have to be in the position to understand what I'm saying. But that made me be like, yeah, what I'm doing is, your girl transition is coming in good, you know. She's pulling the man them. But obviously, I'm not gonna tell every guy, as I said in my story time before. I'm not gonna tell every guy that I'm trans. Only if it moves to sexual intercourse, I'm gonna tell you it's your option to leave or go. Do you understand? So, yeah, moving along. So the drinks were coming, and drinks coming and stuff, and all these. So we had what do you call this thing? This thing that you eat. Oh god, there's this food that they buy with the tomatoes, and I forgot the name of the food, but he even bought that for us, and we ate that, and like, he gave me a kiss on my cheeks. He was trying to kiss me on my lips. And I was like, no, I'm not into that. You're gonna, ruin my lipstick and stuff. I was like, why? He's like, I'm giving you anything you want. And that's one kiss. So I end up kissing him. I'm gonna admit I end up kissing him. So I give him my kiss and stuff. Prior to the kiss, like, he wanted to take me outside to the car and stuff and talk. And I was like, babe, no, I'm not gonna do that. No, I'm not gonna do that. Are you mad? So, he was just persistent, honey. He was trying to fuck, I'm being honest. He was trying to smash. And, like, he was persistent, honey. Persistent in, trying to get into my pants. But, yeah, just one of the drinks, Even though I could pay for my own drinks, I don't want nobody to feel like I'm broke. Like, I pay for my drinks. No, I can pay for my drinks. If a guy offers to buy drinks, once he don't bring the drinks and I'm there at the bar, I'm gonna take the drinks, baby. Who girl doesn't really take drinks out here? But yeah, as I was saying, it was my first experience. You guys have to understand this. It's my first experience going to an Afrobeat club and, do stuff. So, like, an hour before the club, like, had over, he was like, do you want me to drop you home? I was like, no, we'll take an Uber. I just live right there. And that time I was living in Camberwell. And he was like, are you sure? No persistence of dropping me and my friend home? I was like, no, babe, you have to come and stuff. And he went to the bathroom, come back, and when the club had over, this is where it gets spicy. When the club had over, he was, when the club was over, he was like, we went to the car park, to the back of the car, to the back of the club, and he pushed me to the car and he was kissing me. Oh! Now, mind you, he's shorter than me, but he's handsome, good looking. Your girl kissing back. Like, I was like, oh god, that's like, Onika, why are you doing this? I ended up kissing him back, and my friend was like, And then he had a friend, and his friend was, he sent his friend to talk to my friend. But, he was like, talking and stuff, and my friend being the whole shot she was charging the man for sex. I was like, girl, leave that attitude home. You don't have to do that now. And like, we were kissing, and his private parts started getting hard. Oh. His private parts started getting hard, and it's like he take my hand and put it into his palms, and it's like the liquor is in my head, and I'm like enjoying the moment, but he still doesn't know I'm trans. So like it was so hard to resist those, like some of you guys come onto us so hard. Like, listen, guys come onto us very hard sometimes. Like, we be wanting to chill, we wanting to like relax and stuff, and you guys come onto us that hard. Like, oh, friggin' hell, man. And like, so I was like, when a girl is stroking, the private part and kissing him. And then he was like, so you wanna? I was like, no, babe. And then, guess what the girl did? I give him some sort of a head in the car, and he still didn't know. So he started, a girl's private parts. He started squeezing on top of me. I was like, babe, I'm on my period and stuff. And I was like, Monica, this is your area. You're not supposed to be doing this. And then I was like, I stop him. I can't do this. I have a boyfriend and stuff. And then he was like, well, I don't care about your boyfriend. I don't care about your boyfriend. And then I was like, I have something to tell you. And he's like, can you continue, please? I was like, really, truly have something to tell you. And what I would do, I normally show them a video of one naked, or I would text it. I don't come out and say it that bluntly. So what I did, I pulled a video and I said that I have one of these girls. And he's like, what? He's like, are you playing? And he was like, oh, your friend is like that as well. And he was like, shit, you need to get your friend away from my friend, because he is like proper homophobic and stuff. And I was like, okay. So I text her and I was like, move and I'll tell the guy. And then he was like, he went, dropped his friend home. Like he was like, okay. He went, he was like, cool, sorry, I apologize. I was like, this is why I was not, resisting you and stuff. And then it was like, okay, like, I need to go and drop my friend home. I need to go and do something now. Like, I like how man them normally do when they like to bust it. So, after I give him my number, right? I give him my number in the club. So, after that now, he called me and he asked me what spot I was. And I was like, I'm waiting on my Uber. So I waited for my friend to get her Uber, because she said she was not coming back. Well, obviously she was not coming back to my yard. She lives like right there. I was just lying. She was just coming to collect her stuff and go. And she was like, so we were booking the Uber, because the Ubers are not taking the 2 stops. We had to book separate Uber, and she had to come and collect her stuff. She had to book an Uber from my place, and so I was waiting for the Uber. And then he was like, so are your friends there? And I was like, yeah, she's coming back to my yard, But I didn't tell him she was leaving and make it look like she was staying. And then she was like, oh no, go with him. And like, she canceled the Uber and rebook it to her address. And he was like, so, you caught me with those lips. And I was like, what? He's like, that's the best head I ever got in my life. I was like, oh, what? And he was like, yeah, that's the best head I ever got. So what we gonna do? I was like, so are you into it? He's like, I'm not into it, but I'm a bit open-minded, I'm not like my friends and I'm just a chill one. But you hooked me with a head. I'm being honest, and you're pretty and stuff. And it's like, so we went back to my yard. Obviously, park up, and I give him head. Mad head. And he was like, that's the wickedest head I ever got. He tried to have, I think if he was more intoxicated, we would have, cause he tried to have the anal sex a bit. He tried the anal sex, and I think my thing, and he saw it, and he was like, he got turned off when he saw my D, and he got turned off, so he was like, nah, just give me head. But it went in, cause we was, he tried to have the head, we was, now, when starting to have sex, and then it fell fell out from between my leg, and then he got turned off, and so he's like, just give me head, and I give him head, and he left, and there was a one night stand with a guy that was one of the best one night stand I had, like really and truly, because the moment was so nice. Everything was like so nice. But like girls and to the gay guys that fool men as well, it's not safe to be doing this. Like my experience, I'm lucky. Like this guy was open, and like, you know, he warned my friend. He tell me to tell my friend that, you know, his friend is homophobic and stuff, and it's like, no, he's not into them stuff. So like, you know, like I was just a lucky one at that night, and I mean, it's like I regret doing it, but the guy was like, want me hard, babe. He was like giving me a chance to move. Yeah, he was like giving me a chance to move, but I had fun. When I got up the morning, he messaged me, and he was like, I don't want to see you again. I was like, okay. But that's the wickedest head. He's gonna stop coming to that club. I saw him again, but in the other club, and you know, he left because he was like, I don't want to get accustomed to this thing. It's not my thing. You know, man is not on them thing and stuff. And he's British. He's actually British African. But you know, I think he came over here when he was young. And yeah, he came over here when he was young. But his friend is like proper Nigerian. And cause he's Nigerian. He's Nigerian, but he came over here like when he was 5. So, you know, he's like British. And his friend is like proper African. So it's like, yeah. So like, yeah, that was it. But my message to God, you girls, like, don't. We as trans women, we are not obligated to tell them. What I said, we are not obligated to tell them one time. You see, once sexual things have to come in, girls, we need to tell them. I always say that. That's my motto. Anytime you want to have sex with me or anything like that, because I would chat to a guy as normal. Even if I chat to a guy on a dating site, if he wants my snap, if he wants my number, if he wants, I would tell him. If he wants my snap, I'm not going to tell him, obviously. You know, snap is snap. But yeah, like anytime you're having sexual intercourse with a guy, always tell him. Like, it's not good to fool guys, girls. Like, I'm like a big of that. It's not good to fool guys. But thank you. This story time, I'm keeping it short. Keeping it simple. That's all that happened. I have more story times to come. Pillow Talk is coming back soon. I know I've been absent for 2 months, but I'm back. I'm giving you content. I'm going to be persistent. And I'm back. As I said, I'm back. And he didn't know. And he was okay with it. Until the other morning. He blocked me. But, you know, thanks for the love. Thanks to my new subscribers. The new 56 people that has joined family. Welcome to the OBN gang. The OB gang. You know, and hope you guys stay. Hope you guys love my content. Love you guys. And hope to see you in the next video. Everything around me, free. $1